So a lot of you are probably wondering why it was a big deal that Nigeria's president Bola Tinubu handed out cash gifts, houses, and national awards to members of the women national team, the Super Falcons. Now, for those who don't follow football, every country has a national team. Some have a female too, and that's the female national team. And the tournament they won is called the Women Africa Cup of Nations. That's among all countries. They have a tournament every 2 years, and Nigeria won that tournament, actually for the 10th time. But what's the big deal? Because the Nigerian women team have won the Africa Championship 10 times. The male team have won 3 times. Of course, you know the male team is not recognized. They have bigger players, they have more recognized players, they get more money. And the women have always complained, can we have some more? But that's not even my story. From 1998, the women have complained. Poor allowances, no kits, poor camping conditions, and all that. But let me tell you the biggest story of them all, and that was in 2004. Nigeria was just winning the Women Africa Cup of Nations. Now, for that tournament, they had only 3 pairs of jerseys. 3 pairs of jerseys. There was no jersey exchange after games, nothing. It was wash and wear. That was the female national team at the AFCON in South Africa. And how they would do it was that after every match, they get paid their match bonuses. But after the first match, they realized that no money was paid. And when they sent their captain told them that, the officials told us the money was still in Abuja. They haven't brought the money yet. So they chose to play the second game against Cameroon, and they drew that game. And they realized that the Cameroonians got paid for winning, even though it was a draw. And they sent their captain again, can we get our match bonuses? And they said, no money yet. So the players at that point, they wanted to stop training. You know, players can be that erratic. But a few of them who had been to the Olympic Games earlier, like Ajuma Ahmed, like Vera Okolo, like Perpetual Kocha, you know, like Kike Ajayi, they spoke to the rest of the players and said, look, let's play this tournament. They called up Ida Peter-Side, who was at Super Sport then, and he said, look, girls, if you don't win, you can't fight. So play this tournament. And they played until the final and beat Cameroon in the final 5-0. At this point, they said, can we have our match bonuses? Our match bonuses from the first match to the final match was about $6,000. Can we get our monies? Oh, you girls have to come to Abuja first to get paid. And the girl said, no, we go nowhere. We're going to stay in this hotel in South Africa. We are going nowhere until we have our monies paid. I think then Alhaja Ayo Omidiran was the person in charge of women football from the Nigeria Football Federation. There's nothing she didn't tell the players, and the players said, no, we go nowhere until we get our monies. At a point, she was going to leave and come back to Nigeria. And she told them, look, after 48 hours, you won't have any food to eat because your time here ends in 48 hours. And the players contacted Ida Peter-Side, who contacted the then governor of Rivers State, Sir Dr. Peter Odili, who sent money from Port Harcourt to South Africa and said, look, feed these girls. The Nigerian community in South Africa came together around the girls and they were sending food to them. It was a saga that was long and embarrassing for Nigeria. But eventually, after 5 days, the President Olusegun Obasanjo got into the picture and money was sent to the girls in South Africa, where they were paid their bonuses before they got into the plane and came back to Nigeria. That is no way to treat a national team. So when the president announces $100,000 per player, it's been a long and tortuous road to this kind of, announcement. But let me shock you all. The coach who won that edition of the competition for them in 2004, New Zealand, he's late now. He never got paid. Until his dying day, he never got paid. None of the officials in that team got paid. No way to treat your heroes. But talking about the present national team, I hear each player got $100,000 plus 3 bedroom apartments in Abuja plus national honors, and of course the technical officials, which is the coaches, they got $50,000 each, which converted to naira is about 150 million naira and 75 million naira. That is how you treat your heroes. For a long time, the girls have suffered. It's time to begin to reap the fruits of their labor. But remember that to get to 10, you must have counted 1 to 9. There were groups that got to that point for them to make it La Decima 10. Congratulations, Falcons. Thank you, Mr. President. Thank you, Nigerians. Treat your heroes right. and you always get success.